everyone, welcome to you all. In this video I'll be trying to introduce to you to the platform Matlab. So how you can open the Matlab? There will be an icon on the desktop. Either you can use that and double click on that icon. That is one of the method. If you don't find the icon, that is because you are not selected it while installing. No problem. You can go to start and also you can click on the icon. Of course, sometimes you may not find it here because you might have not linked the shortcut to this. Then you have to go to all programs and to that folder and open it. So in any case, you have to double click and open. In my case, I have already opened. So let me start with basic requirements of Matlab, and then we'll come back to the tool. Okay, so what is Matlab? Matlab stands for Matrix Laboratory. Now it can do any operation of matrix. Now question is, if I have a simple operation like 2 plus 2 or any other, can Matlab do? Yes. Any number can be represented as 1 cross 1 matrix. Hence, it can do any kind of mathematical operation as complicated as possible. Now, say it is trying to do some kind of differentiation and integration and its other sorts. Now, since it's based on digital system, a computer, it has to use some kind of numerical techniques, which you might have studied like Runge-Kutta, Newton's Raphson, and so many techniques, which will be used at the back end to solve your problem. If you are very specific on using your own method, of course you can also use that, or you can use the library to use a particular method at the back end. You can get a lot of help from MathWorks, because MathWorks, as it is said here, it's a company which owns this software, which is a proprietary one. Now, when I say proprietary, it is from the company MathWorks, and the alternative to this are called open source. Now, proprietary means you pay for it, and it is developed by a particular company with a set of people, and rights are reserved. So you can't get access to the development at the backside. But if it is open source, you can get access to the development, and even you can develop and you can contribute. It's a community based. Since it's a community based, anybody across the globe can contribute, and so any person across the globe, if he has out of the box thinking, can provide a better solution than set of people. Now, what are pros and cons? Some of them, like if you are trying to update, if you don't find a right package to update it, then whom should you ask? In proprietary, you have a company to ask because you have paid for it. But in open source, you have to ask a community. If community says, yes, we don't have such updates, then either you have to make one or you have to wait till somebody makes you one. These are the issues. But as a basic beginner, if you don't have Matlab, you can also work with any of these. Like open source equivalent can be Python, Scilab, and so many. Now, if it is a proprietary one, the critical systems are taken care by the company. Say you are working for a critical requirement, then you can hold somebody responsible and things are taken care while making that. Okay. So with this information, we'll go to the next. In this slide, we can see that Matlab, Simulink, SimScript, these are the support packages. Okay. When you buy a Matlab, you have to buy them as packages, say 32 toolbox or 62 and so many. So pricing is based on number of toolboxes that you purchase. The basic thing that you require is Matlab toolbox. When I say Matlab, it may have many of the toolboxes. Like if you want your software to solve, say, integration or differentiation problems, maybe directly or indirectly, then you should have a back-end support in the Matlab. So you have to purchase core basic toolboxes and add-on toolboxes. Now MATLAB is basically a base for any of the tools. On MATLAB you have a Simulink. Simulink is nothing new, only the main difference is the Simulink will give you icon based programming, or we can call graphical based programming, which is the order of the day. Now some people also say model based development. Yes, it is model based development. Now if you are working in Simulink, you don't have to bother about any language, programming language. Now there is a support for Simulink you have to buy. In Simulink, the thing is, it's called physical modeling. Just to give a hint, say I want to replicate a motor, then you don't have to worry about the equations. You just have to go to library and pick and place a motor available. Now the lines that are you have to connect are real or physical. So hence this signal is different from the signal from Simulink. Of course, you can communicate between these two with intermediate blocks. Yes, that is the main motto of this. The Simscape uses the same language as Simulink, that is graphical based language, but Simscape is itself having many verticals like drive line, electronic, fluid, multibody, and power system. When we use it, we'll get to know more about it. Now let us not worry about much. Now when I say MATLAB, when we go to the website, we see these terms. So MATLAB is being updated every now and then, and it has a huge support. Now if you are going for today's trends like IoT, deep learning, data analytics, machine learning, all the buzzwords, you can use MATLAB. And even in communication, wireless, and other stuff. If you go to the website and check what this software can do, now by capabilities, what it can do is listed here, by application and where it can be used. So by capabilities, as you see, it can be used to acquire data, analyze the data, you can model it, physical modeling, mathematical modeling, you can try and develop some algorithm and check them, machine learning, and so many things. Now if you go by application, you can use it in embedded system, control system, digital signal processing, wireless communication, image processing, and so many. Now in industry, wherever you apply this, using these capabilities, you can use. For example, in defense, in aerospace, in automotive, biotechnology, electronics, and today even in finance, and so many. So now what I will be doing is I will be trying to cover Matlab Basics in this video, then matrix operation, then how to use scripts, then looping and condition statements, plotting, then GUI, then MuPad, and then Simulink and Simscape. Now at any point of time, if you feel that I have to add more, please write it in comment below. Okay. Now as I have kept my tool open, when I open this tool, I should be able to see a screen. Okay. When I have opened this screen, okay, let me clear this first. Let us start from scratch. Okay. So when I have open this, I may get some window like this, so you need not have to worry. First thing is first, when I see this, I have to go to layout in home screen, and then I have to go to default. If I go to default, I'll be able to get to some default window. Most of the people like to work in default. Now I would prefer to work in 3 column, which is more comfortable to me. Now when you open this way, you have 3 differentiation, like this is one small window, current folder, this is called command window, and this is called workspace. Now as the name suggests, command window is where you type your command. Workspace will see what it does, and current folder will keep track of your all the current files and other stuff. So we prefer to change this to whichever folder you are using. Whenever I will be using such requirement, I'll change this folder. Now for this video, first let me start with clear all. This is the first habit that you should all start. Okay. So after typing clear all, now what I can do, I have to wait for the symbol. Now as soon as I get, let me start with 2 plus 2 operation, 2 plus 2. Now when I do 2 plus 2, I get answer as 4. But you should know that I never declared any variable. Even I didn't say data types of 2, but I got answer as 4. And you can see here in the workspace, which I was saying, the answer is a variable which is built in. By default, if you don't set anything, then it holds value 4. If I double click on this, I should be getting the matrix. In this, it's showing double. It's a data type, default data type that it is taken. Okay. Now you can see here it's a 1 cross 1 double with a matrix and value 4. Okay, it's a bit slow. Let me check later. Okay. Now before we go to the next video, I want to tell you that this workspace will hold all variables, and this command window where you type your commands, this where you keep track your folder. Okay, and for any doubts, we'll go to the next video. Thank you.
If you like this video, kindly click the like button below. Subscribe to this channel for updates on this and similar topic, and share the video with your family and friends. Kindly suggest the topic of your interest to be covered in the next videos, and also your point of view about this video in the comment section below.